Hello, 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 family. This is Pastor Hurt. See, I said Pastor. That's how them old folks used to say Pastor. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me this afternoon. And I kind of wanted to give some feedback on Pastor Tony Evans. You know, I like him. I like the guy, you know. I don't understand what happened. I listened to some of the text that was, some of the message that was said, and he said that it was old sin. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something involving these churches because I am a pastor and I have dealt with some mega churches, man. And one thing that you might not understand as a person who has not been in charge of a church or running a church is that when you start a nonprofit organization, such as I have or they have, you give other people charge over you. And these people will form a coup. And they can actually take your church, the church that you put together, the church that everybody come to see, all the money that you make and all the money that the Lord gives you, they can take it. And so when he said old sin, kind of made me think that it was something that happened a long time ago. And you know, and I know when people start bringing up stuff that happened a long time ago, that it's some jealousy and envy involved. See how my face brightened up? Because that's true. A lot of times there's some jealousy and envy involved. So that's just something that I wanted you to be aware of, is that he said old sin, you know, that it was something that happened a long time ago and it resurfaced, obviously. And so as Christian people, we need to pray for the pastor, pray for his safety, and pray for him. We don't know what's going on. Let's everybody out there, I see y'all talking about the man, just hold up, you know, give us some time. You know, that's one of the issues with us is everybody want to deliver news, but they don't want to know and wait on the facts. They just want to be the first to deliver it. And that's an issue to have. So let's pray for him. God asks us to pray for people that are down. Everybody sins. Nobody is above sin. If you put sin on a scale, you didn't kill somebody and you lying, it's going to weigh exactly the same in the sight of God. So let's be careful about the pastor and let's not accuse him so quickly. Let's pray over the situation. And I did want to bring that to y'all attention on how a church is formed. You actually have to give people charge over your life. Oh, not over your life, but over your business. I formed a motorcycle club. I was the founder of a motorcycle club. It was the same name that I have now, which is called Driven by Faith. And when I formed this motorcycle club, it started getting really, really huge within the congregation of the church. It started growing. And then all of a sudden, I started seeing different things happening, you know, and I'm talking about a church, 501(c)(3). I'm talking about all that stuff that goes on. And I'm just trying to give you the other side of what happens in these churches. So I started noticing in the group that we had that it was other meetings going on. People was going out and getting tattoos of the names on their bodies of the Driven by Faith ministry. And I didn't know that. And didn't nobody tell me that y'all was going to do that. So I started, and all of a sudden I started seeing other people invite members in. Yeah, we're going to invite this member and this member and this member. So yeah, all the members was coming in, you know, but it was one particular person in that group that was jealous of me. You know, I'm going to say jealous. I mean, it could have been envy. It could have been anything else. But the Spirit of the Lord is in me, so I'm going to tell you the truth about what I saw. And that's what I saw. I saw jealousy. So when the time a time comes about once every year where these people that you hired to put over you, they can make decisions. And if it overrules you, then it overrules you. So here's what happened. I didn't know that these people was asking all of their friends and all of their other people to come in. But what they were doing was they was trying to take over the ministry. And so one time I came to the church and I sat down at the church, and next thing I know, we're having a vote. And I'm the president. How do you vote and I'm the president and I don't know what's going on? The vote was to vote me down, that I could not be no longer the president. Now, let me tell you, the patches that everybody had on their back, I had made. I thought of every word, every logo that they had on them, the name and everything that they had. So they went up there, man, and next thing I know, I'm voted out. I'm voted out. Now, I don't know what type of sin that he did, but he said it was an old sin. He may be guilty of sin, but he's not known to be a liar, and actually him coming up front and telling us about everything makes it very, very credible to me that he's not a liar. He's just telling the truth about what happened. And so these individuals voted me out of my own motorcycle group called Driven by Faith. And I know you probably wonder why you still got the name Driven by Faith. Well, see, here's what you do. To you new people that's forming these churches, that's coming up and forming these churches, you have to be careful of the people that you put in your group, because these people will start getting the green eyes on you and they'll start coming together. And this is what happens, man. So I went and talked to the upper echelon of the situation to try and talk to them, but it was like nobody knew anything. They didn't care. Like, how do you not care when, I spent all this money making these patches and getting everything together. Now I'm sitting back in the background somewhere. And so that's what happens. So what I did was I had a patent put on the name and the phrase Driven by Faith, DBF. I had a patent put on that. And so as I got kicked out of my own group, we had another meeting. And I came back with the paperwork that I went to the city and formed and got the name and the phrase where anybody couldn't use it, and it belonged and I owned it. So I took it into the meeting and I told them, hey, you know what? Y'all can form your own motorcycle group, but it can't be Driven by Faith. I threw that paperwork on them and they had to cease and desist from using my name. So I don't believe that it's a physical sin or something that he did of that nature. I could be wrong, but I think it has something to do with the church itself. Them causing him to resign, or somebody, he probably did do something a long time ago. But then listen, the man's wife just died, man. His wife just died. And that man got up on that stage and still preached Jesus Christ after his wife died. Now, I'm not giving nobody no pass. And I don't want to give nobody no pass. And I'm not giving nobody no pass. But the man's wife died, man. That man could have been lonely. And if he was lonely, he was lonely. If he messed up, he just messed up. He's human. He's a man. If he did mess up, all right, man. The man's wife died. He got lonely. He did something he probably wasn't supposed to do. Man, that ain't going to be the first time. And you see how my hands clapping? I'm serious. That ain't going to be the first time and the last time somebody do something wrong. The man's wife died. And so he's lonely. And if he did, I forgive him. And I ask everybody that's watching, I have over 100 subscribers now. Y'all forgive that man. Let that man alone, and please wait to hear the evidence before we go out and just accuse this man of something that we don't know about. But I'm going to tell you something, and y'all heard it here. That church, them churches and them situations that you got to put people over you is a bad situation, man. They need to redo that nonprofit, because you give other people authority over what you have. And it's just, thank God, by the mercy of God, the same thing happened to me. I got voted out of my own stuff. I formed this. How you vote me out, family member? I got voted out. So let's just pray for the man. Please. Let's not jump to conclusions. It's a lot of stuff that go on in these church nonprofits. And let me tell you something. See, a nonprofit, or people don't know, if you have a nonprofit, the church itself is responsible for paying for the building, and it pays a pastor a salary and all this other type of stuff. I thank God that the man ain't gonna be hurt, because the church did good, so he should be doing well. But let's just keep him in our prayers. Let's pray for the man. Let's not spread stuff that we don't know. But I guarantee you, it has something to do with the inner working mechanisms in these big mega churches, man. Because people come together, and them eyes start getting green, and jealousy, the little green-eyed monster, kick off, man. So I'm just telling y'all, pray for him. Let's not jump to conclusions. And I will be talking to you soon on the next one. I just wanted to weigh in on that. God bless you.